What is happening, automotive fanatics? It's Peter, your automotive fanatic, coming at you guys with another video today, doing some shop talk and product demonstration for your Tesla. Those of you that own the Model Y and the Model 3 and want to do some type of an external display in addition to your standard center console display, you know the market is just flooded with displays. It almost seems like weekly there's something that comes out, and I'm for sure many of you don't really know what is going to be the best option for your display that fits in front of the steering wheel. What we're going to talk about today during Shop Talk is Hanssshow's FY9 display. It's one of their newer displays that's been around for, I would say, a handful of months. I'm going to review it. I'll show you how to use it, and I'll let you know my honest opinion on the display. So stick around to the very end where I will share with you my thoughts. With Hanssshow's FY9 display, I'm not going to go into a full-blown installation as there are a few out on the market, and I've actually done one before, so I will reference you guys the link so that you can check it out. But more than anything, I really want to break this down, let you know if it is a worthwhile purchase for your Tesla. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on that display. Here I am in the Model Y to showcase for you guys what this unit really is capable of. Now this is going to be your initial screen that you see with the heads-up display here. If you notice, we are currently in park. You should be able to see the battery meter as well as the temperature, and the beauty of this one here is it does mirror the system. While in park, you do have a hidden menu. What you do is you'll scroll down and you'll see different controls. You've got CarPlay, Android Auto, you have a heated steering, and then these ones right here are gonna control if you can open the door remotely from the driver's side. Here you have your folded mirrors, and then these ones right here, battery conditioning, and then the seats, volume, as well as the setting. So we'll just flip up, that disappears. You can also change the color. Now let me go ahead and show you guys how to kind of customize or set parameters with the system. The way that you do that, and I'm sorry you can't see the steering wheel too well, but obviously you have a left as well as a right control for the scroll. The button itself on the scroll, you're going to push to the left, and now you have your settings display. You've got your language that you can adjust. You have time zone. You have your temperature control. And it goes all the way into the theme, into also over-the-air updates, Wi-Fi connection, and such. So to get there, you can actually touch it as well. It's captive, so you can't touch it. Or you can use your scroll wheel. To get through these, you want to scroll down. It goes to the very next one. And what you're going to do, once you select a parameter that you like, you're going to use the scroll button and push to the right to adjust it. So now you'll see I've adjusted it to the military 24-hour setup. We're going to go back to 12, just like such. And then while we're here, I want to point out something that is very important. In order for you to hear music that is connected to this device here, the audio output you want to set to original Bluetooth. So that's very crucial. That way, anything that is played through here, once you connect to CarPlay or Android Auto, will also play on the car's system. Another one that is very useful is the phone link. You want to make sure you put it on full screen, because if you don't, you're only going to get a 2/3 view when you're doing CarPlay or Android Auto. Again, I like the full display. It looks fabulous. So we'll go ahead and scroll all the way back up to return. We'll hit to the right, and there we have it back to the original screen. We're gonna go ahead and since I do not have CarPlay or Android Auto set up yet, I wanted to save that to you guys. What we'll do is we'll step on the brake and put it into drive. Now immediately when you put it into drive, let's put my steering wheel down so that you guys can see everything more clear. You will see the front dash, the front camera that I did install. To get out of that, with the scroll wheel, you're going to hit to the left for like 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, here is your driver's heads-up display. I find it very useful. You have your mileage, you have your animated vehicle display here, and this is going to be your the way that you set it up. This is going to be your tire pressure. I believe using the right scroll wheel, you can also toggle between your front camera, your CarPlay, as well as Android Auto. And everything that you select, you're going to use that scroll wheel and push to the right. So let's go ahead and go back to the front camera. We selected it here. We're going to push the scroll wheel to the right, and you're going to see it. So we'll get back out of that. And you can do that while you're driving as well. Now going back to the interface here, it does provide very good and useful information. You've got your battery, temperature, speed, your headlights here. You've got kind of the speed limit. You've got your time. So very useful information. Now what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to pair my phone up with Android Auto. So what I'll do is I'll use my scroll wheel. I'll get to the Android Auto. I'll choose it. It's going to ask me to connect my phone, and it gives you which one. So in my phone, I'm going to go ahead and go to Bluetooth. We'll scan. We'll choose the car kit specifically. We'll pair it up. We'll go through the regular process of setting it up for CarPlay. Let it do its thing. And there you see, this is going to be the full screen for CarPlay. It is captive so that you can touch it. You can totally adjust these like normal CarPlay. That's going to be the screen that you would always see if you did not do full screen. We're going to simply hit that back. It gives you different menus. We'll hit the map. Get rid of that there. And that is going to be your Android Auto, and CarPlay is going to be very similar. So it has very useful information. You can change how that looks in the Android Auto or CarPlay setup. Now to get back to your main screen that you saw before for the heads up, you're going to take your right scroll wheel, you're going to push to the left and just hold it down, and there you have it. You are back to the original screen. Now one of the big things that people are afraid of when they are using this large style display, it obstructs airflow. Now with the Hansshow FY9, it does have a slit up here. And you guys will have to forgive me. I forgot to bring something that demos the airflow. But right now, my climate control is set to 0. So you're not going to see anything at all. So let's go ahead and turn on the airflow. We're going to set it at 1. I'll leave my hand here and I will give you an honest opinion. It's set to 1. You can feel airflow. It's minimal. If I hit it to 5, we'll let it kick up a little bit. You definitely can feel that airflow coming out at you. So it's very nice. We're going to go ahead and boost it up to about 10. And now you definitely have that airflow really blowing at you. So yep, I can definitely feel it. We're going to go ahead and turn it back down all the way to 1 here. So with this FY9 display, you do not have to worry about airflow obstruction. The other thing, you do have a little USB-C connection that you can use to power up a device, which is a nice feature. The other thing that I do like about this setup, they call this an integrated display. It's designed to kind of mimic how the Model S and the Model Y is with the curvature. The leather that is on this one, it looks good. I wouldn't say it's a direct match to the factory dash or the doors, but it's better than anything else that you're going to see out there. So very nice setup. While we are in the parked per se mode, I will kind of give you some of the negativities that I don't like about this particular display. Now with this one here, as with all of the displays that you're going to install here, none of them give you the option of doing a tilt. This one in particular, because it is an integrated style, definitely does not offer the tilt feature. What is the negative about this one? For some reason or another, it seems as though the display, it's tilted too far back. I prefer it having a more of a tilt that's forward, so the display looks like it's more angled to your eyes. Again, this one seems to be tilted back a little too far. I prefer it more forward, but you still have no obstructions. You can see everything very clearly. It's just more of a personal preference. So let's go over a couple of other features. We're going to go back to the Android Auto that I had it. We're going to hit to the right. It brings me back here. Now, it is connected to my phone. I want to demonstrate the music functionality. In order for you to hear anything on this display, you need to make sure your Bluetooth is connected to your phone. So we're going to go ahead and get into my phone. We're going to simply go to Pandora. I'm going to play some music here. For copyright reasons, I cannot turn the music up because it's going to be caught by the YouTube algorithm checks, and it's going to flag it as a copyrighted music. So what I'll go ahead and do instead, you can see this is Pandora. It does play. What I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to go to YouTube, and I'll go to one of my personal videos. The car looks like it automatically put itself back to park, but let's just go to one of my videos here, and I'll put it back into drive. We'll put this steering wheel all the way down so that you can see. We'll go ahead and get out of this display. We'll go to Android Auto, and let's go ahead and just play one of my videos. Here's my video, and you can play it, and you can hear through the car's stereo. So everything plays perfectly fine. As with all Bluetooth that is played through your phone and through this or any type of display, I will tell you there is a little delay in the sound. And what I mean by that is the moment that you hit play, it literally takes a second to actually play on the car. And then when you hit pause, it also takes a second for it to pause. Not a huge issue at all, but it's something that I do want to let you guys know. So overall, I do think this is a nice display. It has very pertinent information when you're driving. We will go on a drive in a little bit so that you can see. But again, this here is going to be your Android Auto / CarPlay. It looks fabulous. The quality of the display, it's nice and crisp. Everything on it, touch-wise, is wonderful. We'll get back into kind of the main heads-up display. I like the overall look. In the user interface, you can go ahead and change this to something else. Now I'll go ahead and take you guys on a short drive through this parking lot here so that you can see how it looks. Now I'm going to take you guys on a little test drive around this parking lot. I have the car into drive, and if you do have the camera installed, it's going to default to the very front. You can actually not have that set up like that, so it's totally fine. So let's go ahead and go on a little drive. I believe that if you set it up like this here, it's going to automatically default back to the main screen once you get to 15 miles. But I'm going to shut this off so that you guys can see. Okay, and there you can kind of see how it goes. You've got your miles. You have the vehicle kind of moving along with these lines here. Here's your Android Auto. We're going to kind of make a quick U-turn in a little bit to go back. Sorry about that, guys. My camera actually fell and I had to reposition it. But let's go ahead and just kind of go back to our little test drive. We were kind of going forward here. You can see the speed, the little animation of the car. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you how the CarPlay Android Auto function looks. We're going to hit that, and now we are kind of moving along. There's your Android Auto. You can easily switch. And earlier I had told you that you can do the camera. We'll do that. There's the front camera. We're just going to safely try to make a U-turn without dropping my camera again. And here is kind of the basic setup that you see. We'll scroll over to your PSI. There's your PSI right here. We'll scroll back to Android Auto. And there you have it. Quite a nice setup. Okay, we'll go ahead and park. All right, so I will go ahead, head back. We'll do a final chat about it, and I will tell you if I think this setup is worth its weight in gold or not. Now that you have seen a full-blown demonstration of Hanshow's FY9 display, I want to go ahead and answer that $1,000,000 question that I started the video out with. Is this display worth the cost of admission? In a short answer, it is. It does have some shortcomings, but I think all of the features that you are getting with the display in terms of the quality of the build, the size, the airflow, the resolution, and the functionality, I think it is a great addition to your Model Y or Model 3. Do I think that it can be improved? I think any product out there always has the option of improving, but in its current state, I do think it is a nice piece to pick up for your Tesla. If you are interested, make sure that you use this code here to save a minimum of 20% off of Hanssshow's site. I do want to go ahead and thank all of my subscribers and new subscribers for dropping by, checking out this full-blown detailed review. If you have not already and want to subscribe, please do so. I am working extra hard to get to that 10,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. Until the very next time, this is Peter, your automotive fanatic, signing off.